Controversy, scandal, tragedy, mayhem. Somebody make it stop. Edgar Berlanga is at it again. You won't believe what he had to say regarding his last fight, last time he was in the ring, which culminated in him taking another L. He lost to Canelo. Payday. Then he lost to Hamzah Sheeraz. He continues to expose Sheeraz and give his definition of the real reason why he lost. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I'm gonna play the clip for y'all, and y'all let me know what you think.
And I was like, yo, how does this, how can this just happen like this, And it was a lot of things that, that came about that people started doing their research, and, about, the suspicious hand wraps and stuff with the guy. And it's a lot of weird things, how my face swelled up. So a lot on my right side, my face was swollen. Like I got hit by a pipe and the left side of my face was like super duper normal. And that was the same hand wrap he left. Like it was a lot. And I was like in a limbo. I went into a bad depression.
After?
Yeah. I wasn't right mentally. I know for sure I wasn't right. And I was like, yo,
Boom. You never know. So Edgar Berlanga is basically saying he fell into a depression after the Hamzah Sheeraz. He was like, people started noticing something suspicious with Shiraz's gloves. And he's saying that half of his face, he was Harvey Dent with the coin flip, aka Two-Face. Half his face was out here swollen, while this side of the face was clean. So he's putting two and two together with the conspiracy theories, plus only side of his face was allegedly swollen.
that came about that people started doing their research, and
He said people started doing their research.
the suspicious hand wraps and stuff with the guy. And it's a lot of weird things, how my face swelled up. So a lot on my right side, my face was swollen. Like I got hit by a pipe.
Like I got hit by a pipe, my face was swollen.
A lot on my right side, my face was swollen. Like I got hit by a pipe, and the left side of my face was like super duper normal. And that was the same hand wrap he left. Like it was a lot, and I was like in a limbo. I went into a bad depression.
Fell into a depression. Ego thoughts. This is a terrible look for Edgar Berlanga. I keep telling y'all, this new generation is chopped, and they are doing boxing absolutely no favors. My thing is this. At this point, you've been screaming that you were cheated. Suspicious hand wraps. The hand wraps look suspicious. Oh, he took his glove off real quick. Why did half of my face swell up? And so on and so forth. One, you've provided little to no proof outside of circumstantial evidence, right? I try to treat these things like a court case. If Berlanga took this to court, it would be dismissed with extreme prejudice and tossed out, because you can't get it. Like, let's say it's somebody got unalived and you're like, Marcus is the one that is responsible for this person being unalived. Now you have to prove it's one thing to say it and suggest it and try it, but now you have to prove it beyond a shadow of a reasonable doubt that Marcus was the one that pulled the trigger and ended this person, right? So oftentimes it's easier said than done. So without DNA or compelling evidence, then you're not going to get a conviction, or it's going to be very, very hard to. That's why the feds, 12 cops, detectives, when they think they got their man or woman, their suspect, they will continue to research it and do the detective work and investigate until they get enough damage. Okay, we got a fingerprint, the shoe size matches with the wear marks and the impressions from your shoes, right? We got tire tread, we got blood, et cetera, et cetera. You guys understand forensics, right? And then at that point, then that's when they're ready to put their case together. But for Berlanga, he just keeps saying, I was cheated. I was cheated. Oh, it was suspicious. People started doing their research. And there's also this thing called confirmation bias, where if you want to believe and then somebody presents a conspiracy theory that you feel aligns with probably what you wanted to believe, because let's be real. A boxer, he was saying, I'm the king of New York, I'm the king of New York, and doing all this flash. It was a hometown fight. You were saying this guy was a British guy with no heart. You were promising to knock him out. You talked a lot. King of New York, I'm going to knock him out. He's weak from the UK. My chin is so durable, a truck could hit it, and I'm not going anywhere. And you were mink, 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 mink. You were getting pieced up by him. So now nobody's going to want to truly accept that all of this chatter equated to nothing, and now I took a second loss, worse than the Canelo loss. So now he has this confirmation bias because people have looked into it. But again, how many times will you continue to chirp the same thing, right? I was cheated when you're not showing no new evidence. And that becomes the problem. If you have, like, why didn't you complain to the commission? Why are you not suing this man? Like, you're literally doing nothing but doing interviews and posts talking about how you were cheated. So it makes it unbelievable. If you really had something, you would have been released it by now. And that's what I'm saying. This new generation is chopped because they continue to do stuff like this and all talk, and it don't really add up. It don't really add up. The stuff Berlanga was saying beforehand, King of New York, and this guy's no match for me and all that, like, you didn't make good on any of those things you were saying. And then now that he crushed you in the fight, you need almost like a scapegoat to explain away why the King of New York is on the ground like this. You know what I mean? And again, I truly believe if you had something that was worth sharing in terms of like concrete proof in the research or whatever you're talking about, you would have already leaked it. But you're not. You just keep saying the same thing over and over. So at that point, if you don't have anything new to input, then it just makes you look bad, like you cannot accept the loss. And the other thing is, how come, okay, one, how come you're not suing this man? Two, if you're not going to sue him, how come you're not going to the commission? Like, I know he cheated with illegal raps, right? But three, at the bare bones minimum, why are you not calling for a rematch? Now, if any one of you can intelligently answer those three questions in the comments, then I'll take the video down. If you can tell me something that makes sense. One, why are you not suing? Two, why are you not petitioning the commission if you have evidence? Three, why are you not begging for a rematch? Like, he can't beat me on the up and up in a fair one. He cheated. Ain't that what Miguel Cotto did? We know that Margarito likely cheated Miguel Cotto because he later got caught in the Shane Mosley fight. Rest in peace to brother Nassim Richardson, right? So we know Cotto was up against a cheater, right? And there's more evidence to support that than there's ever been to support your claim against Hamzah Sheeraz. And what did Miguel Cotto do? So Miguel Cotto, and it's funny because Cotto's Puerto Rican and Berlanga's Puerto Rican. So you're not even doing in the way of your Boricua brother, Miguel Cotto, who, when he felt cheated, he ran it back. And that's just one example. Also, Deontay Wilder, win, lose, or draw, he said Fury cheated. He ran it back and did two more. No, because he kind of said it after the second fight, or maybe the first, whatever. He did a trilogy with him. You're not mentioning nothing about a rematch. You just keep saying you got cheated and putting out reggaeton songs and talking about how you were depressed and it looked like you got hit with a lead pipe. I ain't heard one in one of these rants you say I want to see this man again in combat. So if you're not willing to do that, I don't know really who's gonna believe this. And it just makes you look bad unless you have more than what you've put out, which again, if you did, you would have already